You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. But yeah, the system. Is this the best kind of Pi cooling? I don't know, to be honest. Like, I tested a couple of them and I know this can be an okay cooling solution. But is it the best one? Don't know, to be sure. I know I also have like this CPU cooling thing that you have. The other Raspberry Pi I had comes complete with an, let's say, metal housing for the optimal cooling. But yeah, nevertheless, it would be great maybe to check it out in the future. I love the Raspberry Pi, but this thing has so much cool things that it can play. So let's take a close look at that. Raspberry Pi in short. So what kind of casing are we going to get? Because when it comes to the Raspberry Pi 4, I know this thing has some overheating issues, especially when it comes to the first generation. We have some great options, but how good is this casing? We're not going to do a benchmark, we're just going to do a random chit chat about it. So first of all, I'm very happy to see that we're having an active fan for cooling the elements. And elements, I mean like the heat elements over there. You can see that they are placed underneath on the chip, so it's just like a dual cooling, passive in combination with active cooling. Very pleased to see it. We can still reach the GPIO port. And I do like how, I think it's a casing you just can grab from AliExpress. I think it is almost, I'm almost sure. But then overall, I don't know exactly how this casing is called. They call it by different names, but it looks kind of cool in my opinion. So this is what you're going to get. The connections, we're having of course 4 USB connections, the Ethernet port. We have the option to use 2 displays. So what I really like about the Raspberry Pi 4, and of course the input for the power. We're going to get a jack out. Here we're having the CF card. Seems we're going to get a 128GB card inside this machine. But okay, let's get myself a different controller and let's go. Built Blue is a game that doesn't run perfectly on the Super Console X and has a lot of issues on many Pandora's boxes. By the way, it is not even supported by many Pandora's boxes. But if you're really like into this autonomous wave stuff, that's what I like about the Raspberry Pi. It has so much potential, especially the number 4. Next up, Mega Drive. Let's play a weird homebrew game. Did make a review about the cartridge on my Brain Fart channel. This game makes no sense whatsoever. But when it comes to this 8-bit, 16-bit stuff, Atari, Commodore 64, they all run fine. And what I find always very interesting, when it comes to, let's say, the Chinese are knocking off like Super NES, Sega Mega Drive versions, the sound is always messed up. But with a Raspberry Pi 4, you don't have any issues. I just want to go straight into PlayStation Portable, and the reason why is because PlayStation Portable, is most Pandora's boxes have just a big issue with it. But it seems to be that most of the games are playable. It depends also what kind of game. Simply because some games are better supported with the emulator you're using than the other one. Surprisingly, Wipeout does run very well on this device. And I must say, it's a big improvement over Raspberry Pi number 3. I think most Pandora's boxes doesn't even run this game. Or cheap Android boxes. And of course I fly right up in the mines. But I had a shield and I didn't use it. Brain fart! But I need to point out that the frame skipping was set to 1. And that's the reason why it did run way better than most Pandora's boxes. But I just wanted to point it out. Okay, so next up, for arcade made Mortal Kombat 2. Normally I was testing Mortal Kombat 1, but when I have the chance I always wanted to test out Mortal Kombat 2 or 3. Oh crap, I completely forgot how cheesy the computer was. And of course... Oh man, that was really bad. I knew it. So next up, what is quite interesting with the Pi, nowadays we're going to get the Redeem emulator as a backend. And what I like about it, the Redeem is a super good emulator to play some, of course, Sega Dreamcast games. It has a great compatibility and a lot of games are running very good in combination with the Pi 4 mainboard. Loading, loading, loading. Yeah, can we not skip?
You're new, aren't you? Got any problems? Just call out.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
give you a hand. Your destination for this job is Key West.
And we're
Make
still
sure
loading.
You get there on time. Ready? Go! Good morning, New York. 1110 KRWA Super Express Truckers Network. Here's our first song to wake you up. Here we go.
Okay, so we can see that this game runs pretty good.